Here's everything you're going to need to make these low-carb cheesesteak burritos. Find yourself some low-carb tortillas, cheese, we went with creamy Havarti, and some steak. 1 yellow onion and some mayonnaise. Also some butter and salt and pepper. First step in preparing this dish is to slice up your yellow onion. You want the slices to be relatively thin so they cook down quickly, and you'll see that process in a second. Put it in a bowl. In a large non-stick pan, set your burner to high. We're adding about 2 tablespoons of butter, melted them down, and we're gonna then throw in our yellow onion to cook. Now, this is what's gonna take the most amount of time in this recipe, is really cooking down and caramelizing the onions. Here I'm adding a little bit of salt and pepper. This is where you're gonna have to be patient. I got the pan really, really nice and hot, and now I'm gonna turn down the burner to medium to start letting them cook down. It's gonna roughly take about 20 to 25 minutes to get them really soft and golden. Again, we're trying to caramelize these onions, and it's gonna take time. You really can't rush it. Don't get tempted and turn up the heat to high to make them cook faster. They're just gonna burn. You really wanna take it, again, at a medium heat, spreading them around, letting them cook down. Here, they're about halfway done right now. They're starting to get really translucent, but they're still not there yet. This is about that 25-minute mark, and you can see the color has changed to a nice golden brown. It's really, really nice and soft. We're transferring that over to a bowl, and I'm gonna give you now a little bit of a close-up on how they should look. Again, really, really soft and melty, and they're really, really sweet. All right, let me tell you why I chose to go with these. Because the price of ribeyes, it's crazy. They're so expensive. Yeah, $23 for a ribeye steak. So I go with these. They're already shaved for me. And the price, I mean, you can't beat it. $9.99 for 1 pound. Now, I used to do these steakums. I'm sure you've seen them as well. I got really sick off of them, and I don't use them anymore. A couple of reasons why I like these sliced ribeyes already kind of done for you. They're just super thin. A big part of the project is actually getting that thin slice, and they're already done for you. So it's a huge time saver. So get your pan really nice and hot, and you're gonna start throwing all your steak in there. I seasoned it with a little bit of salt and pepper. You could probably do a better job than I did on actually breaking them up. You can get really deliberate with it and just take piece by piece, but I just really kind of start, as you can see there, I'm just kind of like pushing them apart, spreading them around, breaking them down. You've probably seen somebody like cooking this at like a deli. They'll use some metallic spatulas to kind of like break it up and chop it up. That's kind of what you want to do here. Break it up and chop it up. So I did the best I could. Again, you can do better probably than I did. And once it really gets all cooked up and broken up, that's when we're going to start adding our cheese. Now, we chose like a creamy Havarti cheese. This is my wife's preferred cheese for some cheesesteak sandwiches, but you can use whatever you like. What I really do like about using this creamy Havarti cheese is how easily it melts. It has a really soft flavor. It is not really anything like in your face, but it is super, super creamy. And here's a close-up of it. It's looking delicious. This is kind of where you want to take it out off of the heat. I'm putting it aside on a plate, and we're going to start building these things together. So my wife actually wanted some light mayo and not some regular mayo. Putting half the amount in one burrito. These are going to be some hefty, delicious burritos. And this is the point where I knew I had messed up. I completely forgot to put in those beautiful caramelized onions that I had made previously. So after I had rolled them, cooked the burritos on the pan to brown them up, I had to reopen them and put the onions back in. So Please, we're not all perfect. I am not perfect by any means. I'm actually doing these videos again after a very, very long time. I was a bit nervous, and putting these things together is not as easy as it looks. So please forgive me. So once you get your burritos wrapped up, put them back on the pan to brown on both sides. This should take at about a medium heat, about a minute and a half on both sides. You don't want to burn it. Nice and brown. You can see that beautiful color on these burritos. They look beautiful. 2 minutes max on each side. Now for the big reveal, look at that. I mean, these are just really juicy. The meat is super tender. You can see those caramelized onions in there. I actually found this chipotle creamy sauce in the back of my refrigerator that I forgot I had, and I wanted to add some of that on there for a little bit of extra flavor, completely optional. And there you have it. If you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching.